In today's episode, we talk about the opportunity of social media and actually giving a shit about other people. Welcome to the JAMODI Podcast. My name is Turner Cavender, former professional athlete and action sport enthusiast with a passion to spread inspiration and positivity. Each week, we deliver you an inspiring message to help you put your life in forward motion to achieve your ultimate goals. Now let's get this show started because it's just a matter of doing it. Welcome to the JAMODI Podcast. My name is Turner Cavender and I'm super stoked about today's episode. It's episode 20. That's right. We have gone 10-10 on this episode platform and I'm so excited. If it is your first time listening in on this podcast, thank you so much for lending your ears to me. What this podcast is about and what it actually stands for, JAMODI, stands for just a matter of doing it. It's a podcast. It is based on a saying that I have lived my whole life for. It's tattooed on my arm right here. And my mother used to tell me when I was a child to, JAMODI. It's just a matter of doing it. And I've lived my entire life by that. And I want to pass on the great advice that I had and also share with you some of the stuff that I have done through my life. This is on the self-improvement and business side. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You could be an entrepreneur within someone else's business or work in someone else and being the best version of you and whatever you else do. So I want to jump right into the topic and stop rambling about what this podcast is about. Let's talk about the opportunity of social media and giving a shit about somebody. That is the title for this podcast. Let's jump right into it. So what we have today in our hands is just a click of a button. You can have a voice throughout the entire world with the website. Now, back in the day, I was listening to a podcast this morning, and it's so true that kind of resonated, and I really wanted to touch on this because it really kind of, hit home with me, is that back in the day, I wasn't alive then, but I knew that, people back then didn't have the internet. They didn't have social media to have a voice and tell people about their experiences of what they're going through and all that stuff. So, with that, back then, look, whatever you did in a small town in a business, say it's a hardware store or it's a grocery store or a dental office or anything like that, you could tell one person and everyone in that town would know about it. And if you did a shitty job, then you would actually tank. You would lose everything you have. And your reputation is the same way. If you treated somebody bad or if you did something wrong, people would find out quickly. Now today, the marketplace is so big. Before social media and stuff, there was the internet. But before, if the company did bad or if they treated someone wrong, it would take years for people to know that person or this person did something wrong. But now today, the opportunity we have to have a voice and have a voice out there to people can hear and hear your experiences and actually spread what I'm doing right now. I have my Facebook Live going on right now. I have my podcast on iTunes right now, and I have this voice that I'm able to project into your ears so you can hear the experiences I've gone through. Now, I want to tell you a little something of my experiences that went through, with the social media transition and actually giving a shit about somebody. And I'll talk. Before, I wasn't very big on social media back in when I started building my offline company called Fit Body Bootcamp here in Dallas. Before I started my Build and Shred Academy fitness program online. I just had my one-on-one training and that's all I had, and I actually had to wash cars and mow lawns just to pay the bills to get food in my mouth. But all I was thinking about was the dollar, the money. That's all I was thinking about. What can I do to make more money? What can I do here to make more money? Versus what can I do to improve this person's life? The vision. I didn't have a vision. When I switched from my motive of money to my motive of my vision to help people, that's the point of this podcast, is my vision. I'm not getting paid to do this podcast. It's completely free. I'm doing this for my vision. I'm doing it for a purpose. And once I switched from my money mindset to my vision mindset, my empire grew. Now I have a facility that I've trained over. I did the numbers the other day. Over 10,560 people walked through my front door last year, and I was able to impact them in some positive way with fitness, through mental health, through nutrition health. I was able to help people doing that. Now, once I'm able to help people with my vision, my purpose, my empire grew. Okay? I wasn't able like when I was struggling just to have rent money, back when I just thought about money. Now today I think about my vision. I'm able to provide for me, my stomach when I'm hungry, my wonderful fiance, the people that I love, the people that I'm employing people. I'm also helping people get to their dream, achieving their dream body, their mental health, I've had friends call me for motivation or guidance on what they're doing, what's their next step in their business life. What should I do here? What should I do there? And the reason being is because I shifted from my money mindset to my purpose. I'm giving a shit about other people versus just thinking about me and being selfish all the time. Now, with social media, it's another thing that's big here. Now, projecting people your personality, like I'm doing here on my Facebook Live and I'm doing here on my podcast. This is me. This is Turner Cavender. Turner Charles Cavender, right here. This is me. This is who I am. This is what I do. Okay, I'm not getting behind some Instagram account and taking super poses and taking all these fake ass photos and videos of renting a car or taking all the money out, taking a photo of it and put it back in the bank, or using money or renting or leasing. This is me. And for those of you that may think that that's cool and you might get some likes and some followers, but down the road it's gonna crash. Especially those people out there that do those cliche, sorry, I can't talk very well sometimes, cliche photos of them with their nice ass, nice tits, like stomachs, banging body. It doesn't last forever. It's temporary. Now, when you switch from actually giving a shit for somebody, giving them tips versus, hey, look at me, give me a follow, give me a like, and you're literally addicted to that daily, that's when you'll crash. And I've already experienced that. Now, when I started my social media stuff, I wanted to do the coolest photos. It's online. Yeah, you gotta have some good photos. You want some bullshit ass out of focus photo or video, but you want to give show your personality. Be vulnerable to the public, because people will listen to vulnerable people versus fake people. They don't want to listen to some person that they can't compare their lives to, some model or some dude that like shoots up steroids on a daily basis and takes all these photos and takes money out and leases a car and takes it back a month later because he can't afford it, and takes photos, ton of photos and all that shit. It doesn't take you anywhere. So being selfish versus providing to a purpose and a vision is two huge things. And I remember when I did my transition from one to the other was a huge life changer for me. And that's actually when I had more people following my life and really people just came into my life, and it was just like a magnet of positive people versus these negative people, and it was all I thought about was money. How can I get that dollar, that paper? It's not a good way to live your life. And it's very important to do things for a vision, a purpose. And I know it sounds like you've heard this day in, day out, your why, your purpose, your vision, but it's real. And the reason is because if you can help somebody out there, you're giving a solution. Think about it. Uber's a solution. Airbnb is a solution. Podcast is a solution for people to learn tips. There's solutions out there, and if you give a solution to somebody else, you're gonna have a cult following. You're gonna have a cult lifestyle of amazingness, positivity, and love in your life. Give back to the community. Love others. Care. Give a shit about others in this world versus yourself. We live in a marketplace. We live in a life. We live in a world of people only caring about themselves. Now, I understand you have to guard yourself, but don't just be about yourself. Look at me. Look at my muscles. Look at this. Look at my car. Look at my... It's stupid. Don't. It's not going to take you anywhere. It's temporary. Money comes and goes, but purpose and vision is forever, and it can carry for you for a long time. Guys, that's my short podcast today. Thank you so much for liking in. And my oxygen is your feedback. So please give me a rating. Give me a 5-star. If you didn't like it, give me 1 star. Tell me I suck, but I need to know so I can get better. Without you, I'm nobody, and I love every single one of you. And remember, as I always say, JAMODI. It's just a matter of doing it. Take care. Love every single one. God bless.